What does PCS, CS, PG2 mean? Find out right now. Howdy, my name's Brian Foley. I'm a criminal defense attorney in Conroe, Texas, and I help people who've been accused of a crime in Conroe, the Woodlands, Houston, and that general area. Today we're going to be talking about PCS, CS, PG2, and that is, criminal law shorthand for possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2. So why the double controlled substance? Well, there's this thing called TCIC and NCIC. It is a database for criminal cases and criminal history information. And there are specific codes that they use to code things into that database. And DPS in Austin controls what the abbreviations are for those different codes. And so the DPS official code for possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 2 is PCS, CS, PG2. Not sure why they did that, but that's what it is. And so if you see that, let's say you have a loved one who's been arrested, placed in the Montgomery County Jail, well, they are going to have this next to their name. It's going to say PCS, CS, PG2, 1 to 4 grams, or less than a gram, or 4 to 400 grams, some level in there. And this is a really common crime right now. Most people who are arrested for penalty group 2 substances in Montgomery County are in possession of THC, either in a wax form. Most of the time it's in a vape pen. And these things are going around the high schools, maybe even down to the middle schools in some instances. It is pervasive, the use of these THC vape pens. And it is illegal in Texas under penalty group 2 to possess the controlled substance of THC. Now you may be asking yourself, Brian, isn't marijuana legal now in Texas? No, it's not. The legislature has still stood by the fact that if the marijuana that you find is in bud or leaf form, it still has to have less than 0.03% THC content in order to be legal industrial hemp. Okay, so even regular plant marijuana is illegal, but the controlled substance separate from the plant of THC in a wax or concentrated form, that is still under penalty group 2, illegal in Texas. And so the Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10 distinctions, most district attorneys' offices are not able to distinguish about that before they make a decision about arresting. And I know that in Montgomery County, they're not going to make that distinction when they make the arrest decision. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get convicted for sure. What's going to happen first is they're going to take you to the Montgomery County Jail. And if you're in some other jurisdiction, they're going to take you to that jail. Anytime you get arrested, you go to jail. But you can bond out when the judge sets a bond. If you need more information about that, talk to a bondsman in your area. And so what you do after that is you'll be released and given a court date. That's when you go and talk to a lawyer about your case and see what their opinion is about the facts of your case. Is there something there where they can get it dismissed for you? Is there some problem in the proof that the police have that's going to make it difficult for them to prosecute you? Even when the case seems like open and shut for the prosecution side, first off, there's no such thing as an open shut case. I felt that way back when I was a prosecutor, and I still feel that way now as a defense attorney. But more than that, even if we do think that there's evidence that shows you were probably in possession of this and that it is THC, you may be able to get in some type of a program or complete some type of conditions where your case can be dismissed and expunged off your record like it didn't happen. That is a really important thing, especially if you're a young kid, 17 to 20 years old, you're planning on having a future, going to college, getting some type of degree where you'd be working at a job in some field where they're going to do some kind of background check. So it's really important that you talk to an attorney, get good advice on that. But that is what PCS, CS, PG2 means. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you saw here today.